Hey everybody, really excited here to talk about the newest version for a lesson that we put out for the chess trainers. So hopefully you've had a good chance to check out some of the other ones like the endgame checkmates, the pawn endgame fundamentals, lots of rook endgame principles, and really some cool stuff to play through here. We took a little bit of a different approach 2 weeks ago with the Roy Lopez and just explaining how to, what the goal of the Roy Lopez is, and you can play through some different variations with a key move for the Briar, with eventually moving back to b8 and then going to d7. I thought that was pretty cool. So what we did this week was focused on one of these openings, the closed Roy Lopez for the Chigorin defense. Chigorin, I'm not 100% sure how to say it. But in this, it kind of talks about this particular pawn structure that's reached in the game. And a lot of the games we play through are going to have a6 and b5. So you can run through and kind of see some commentary here. As it says over here, it allows you to play through the every single move of these games, and you can see the games of Anatoly Karpov versus Unzinger, 1974, which is a very famous game. And you can actually play through the moves themselves, and I think that's a pretty cool thing here. So for here, just continue, play king to f1, and it will go through the introduction and explain. You can click here to go to the next puzzle, and you can play through the entire game. So I'm going to do that really quick. So from here, the Roy Lopez, all of these standard moves, if they kick your bishop, move back, play castle. If the knight does not take, actually this is slightly different than the Berlin defense, which we'll look at later. Berlin defense does not include a6, bring the bishop here, play c3 to hit the center, h3 to stop this annoying bishop from coming in. And a lot of these moves, it'll tell you the move over here. What I would say is if you're unsure, like the next move is bishop c2, but just try to look at the board first. If you want us to try to hide this or something like that, that might be pretty cool, and then maybe hint would tell you exactly what the move is. But that's just something we're working on right now, and for now, it will have every single move, no matter what. Not every move is going to have any sort of, explanation, because we've now reached the Chigorin defense, which is what it says here. White should challenge the center right away, so the goal is d4. And if we were to click back to the first introduction, we can see the pawn structure has reached what we're looking for. And all four of these games reach this pawn structure. You get to play as white for these first three games, and then you get to play as black for the last one to see how black can win. And we'll add some other games over time too, but I think it's a pretty nice way to play here. And there's a couple approaches here. I think you could play d5. I'm not looking at the notation. I think you can probably play a4. But right now I think best is probably knight to d2, because this knight is not here. And I need a quick way, there we go, to get rid of all those circles. But playing knight d2, because the knight is not currently on c6 to challenge, so you have a moment to do that. And then now you can play d5, we've reached the expanded version. And this is the famous move or the first of two famous moves that shows why this particular opening is not played anymore. Normally, everything else is normal still, and definitely things that people play, but knight to b8 is best to get the knight into the game, because right now the knight is not really doing much. So I think next is probably a4, because the rook is hanging. Yep, a4 is next. You take here, and then play b4, because this rook is kind of, what's he doing now? Hitting that pawn, so you kind of block him in. Now I forget the next move. Maybe it's... yeah, I don't remember. Maybe it's bishop here. Maybe it's knight to f1. Knight to f1 is correct. We'll play that. And yeah, I think it's pretty cool. So I'll kind of stop there, but let me know what you think. Feel free to submit feedback. Feel free to respond to that email. Let us know of this style. What we'll probably do this week, where there is the World Open in Philadelphia, which myself and Camden are both going to be participating in, we'll probably have something by next Monday, but we may be a little bit distracted. It will either be more games for a specific Roy Lopez opening, or kind of the fundamentals of the Sicilian Najdorf would be the next approach that we want to go with. So clicking here, it's going to be something like this, where you can see like the English attack, and I forget off the top of my head, O'Kelly is an opening. Some of those we'll probably run through. So let us know your feedback, and we're really excited to release this. Thank you.